Good morning, students. Your optional paper in this semester is hydrostatics, which is the paper BM 365, option number 1. And I will use the books Jeevan Sons Publications, Lakshmi Publications, and Pragati Publications. You can do the examples from all the three books, and the articles I will cover from the Jeevan Sons Publications. So today we will discuss the basic concepts related to hydrostatics. So first of all, let us discuss what is hydrostatics. The word hydrostatic that consists of two words, hydro and static. Hydro is the word which is related to water and static means at rest. So it means hydrostatics is related to the study of the fluids at rest. So, hydrostatics is the branch of mathematics which is related to the study of fluids at rest. Fluids means which can flow, or which are capable of flowing. For example, liquids or gases. These are fluids. Now, let us discuss what is matter. Matter means anything in this universe which occupies space. It means that will have some definite volume and mass. So these are called matter. For example, wood, air, water, etc. All these are matter. We classify matter in two categories, solids and fluids. So first of all, we define solid form of matter. Solids which are having a definite shape and size. This form of matter is not capable of flowing. For example, iron, wood, these are the forms of matter which are solid. Solids can further be classified into two kinds. The first kind of solids are elastic solids. Elastic solids means which have the property of elasticity. Elasticity is the property of a body due to which it regains its original form when the external forces applied on it are removed. So, we can say that elastic solids are those solids which recover to their original form when the external forces applied on them are removed. For example, if we take rubber and we apply an external force on it, when we remove that external force, that rubber again recover its original form. So we can say that rubber is a form of elastic solid. The second kind of solids are plastic solids. Plastic solids don't have the property of elasticity. So these kind of solids cannot recover their original form when the external forces applied on them are removed. Now, the another form of matter is fluids. Fluids means which are capable of flowing or which can flow. For example, water, air. So, we can classify fluids into two categories. One which are incompressible, other which are compressible. The fluids which are incompressible, those are called liquids. Liquids are having a definite volume but no definite shape. They take the shape of the vessel in which they are poured. For example, water is a form of liquid. And the fluids which are compressible, those are called gases. Gases neither have a definite size nor definite shape. For example, air, that is a form of matter which is gas. Next, we define what is mass of a body. Mass of a body means quantity of matter possessed by the body. That is called mass of the body. Next, we define density of a substance. Density means mass per unit volume. And generally, the density is denoted by the symbol rho. Next, we define what are homogeneous and heterogeneous substances. Homo means same. So we can define homogeneous substance is a substance in which if we take equal volumes from any part of it, that will have equal masses. Or we can say that homogeneous substance has uniform composition throughout. So we can say that the density of homogeneous substance is uniform throughout. Now we define heterogeneous substance. Hetero means different. So heterogeneous substances are the substances which don't have uniform composition throughout the sample. Next, we define weight of an object. Weight means a force acting on the object due to the gravity. Mathematically, we can define weight by the formula m into g, where m is the mass of the object and g is the acceleration due to gravity. Now we can define weight of the object in terms of density also. By definition, density is mass per unit volume. So from here, mass is given by density into volume. So we can substitute the value of mass here. So the weight of an object becomes density into volume into g. So we will use this formula later in our numerical problems. Now, next we define what is specific gravity of a substance. Specific gravity, that is the ratio of density of the substance to that of standard substance. So if we take rho as the density of substance and rho 1 as the density of standard substance, then the specific gravity is given by rho divided by rho 1. So rho upon rho 1, that is the specific gravity of the substance having the density rho. We can define the specific gravity of a mixture. If we have V1, V2, V3 up to Vn, the volumes of the substances having the specific gravity S1, S2, S3 up to Sn, these are mixed. Then the specific gravity of the mixture, that is given by the ratio of V1S1 plus V2S2 and so on up to Vn-Sn with the total volume. Total volume is V1 plus V2 plus V3 up to Vn. Also we can define the specific gravity of the mixture in terms of the weights of the fluids. So if the weight of first fluid is W1, second fluid W2 and the nth fluid is having the weight Wn, the specific gravity of first fluid is S1, of second fluid is S2 and the nth fluid is Sn. These fluids are mixed together to form a mixture. Then the specific gravity of the mixture is given by the ratio of W1 plus W2 plus W3 up to Wn with W1 upon S1 plus W2 upon S2 and so on Wn upon Sn. So this is the specific gravity of the mixture of the given substances in terms of their weights. Now, next we define fluid thrust. Thrust is a kind of force which is exerted by the fluid on the surface. So that is called fluid thrust on that surface. Next, we define pressure at a point. If we take a fluid, then the pressure at any point in the fluid is the fluid thrust per unit area around that point. That is called pressure at the point in the fluid. So these were some of the basic concepts related to hydrostatic.